Hi children, good morning. This is Jason sir, and shall we start our second chapter today? This chapter we are going to learn more about electric field. Here we will learn a new idea called electric potential. It's wonderful. Let's listen to that. Okay, you have learned how to make electric field. You have a copper ball. Give positive charge to that. Remember, giving positive charge means picking electrons. There is electric field around it. For describing the strength of the electric field, we already have a vector quantity electric field intensity. Now we are learning one more quantity. That's a scalar quantity, electric potential. Okay. Just imagine a point here. Say the point A. We are going to define electric potential for that point. Here is the definition. Study that. Memorize it. Electric potential at a point in an electric field is the work done in bringing plus 1 coulomb charge from infinity to that point. Study that by heart. This is it. You have a plus 1 coulomb charge at infinity. This is positively charged. You have electric field here. The electric field will push it away in its direction. So for bringing that plus 1 coulomb charge to this point, you have to do certain amount of work. And that work is defined as the potential at this point. Okay. So the symbol for potential is V. Potential at the point A is equal to, you should write it that way. Potential at the point A is equal to, VA is equal to, I imagine a value, say some 10 joule for each coulomb. It is abbreviated as 10 volt. So we say the potential at this point is 10 volt. We took an imaginary value. Okay. So that's 10 volt. You know, if I say 10 volt, you cannot measure it. You cannot feel it. It is just an imagination. Potential is like that. You cannot feel it. You cannot measure it. It's just an imagination. Now I imagine further. I take another point, say B. Now the point B is closer to the charged shell. Naturally, you need to do more work for bringing that charge here. So the potential at B, VB, is equal to another imaginary value I am writing. Of course, I should write a value that is greater than this value. So I am writing, say, some 12 volt. 12 volt, remember it is 12 joule per coulomb. So that is potential. This also you cannot feel, you cannot measure, only in imagination. Okay. So that's the idea of potential. We learned the idea of potential for learning another idea called potential difference. Remember, potential difference we define for 2 points. You may write the definition. The potential difference between 2 points in an electric field is the work done in taking plus 1 coulomb charge from one point to the other point. That is, you learned that definition. Huh? See here, potential difference between A and B. So we usually write VAB. VAB is equal to, can you guess? So for bringing that charge here, you need to do 10 joule of work. It is 12 here. So from here to here, it is of course 2 joule per coulomb, or you can say the potential difference is 2 volt. Remember, potential difference is not an imagination. It is a reality. You can measure it. You can feel it. Okay. So potential difference between A and B is 2 volt. Remember that. And another idea is, see, when you kept a charged object here, you have a potential difference between these 2 points. You created it. Okay? And in your chemistry classes, you will learn how to create potential difference in the chemical way. Of course, there also the underlying thing is the same. Charge is redistributed and you create potential difference. In your chemistry classes, you will see a battery. The battery we use in the torch bulb, torch. That is, you will see 1.5 written there, 1.5 volt written there. You will see a negative sign here and a positive sign here. What is that? This battery can create potential difference. Okay. So the thing is, the potential difference it can create is 1.5. Usually in such situations, what is assumed is this side is at 0 volt and this side is at 1.5 volt. The negative side is at 0 volt and the positive side is at 1.5 volt. Now one of you can say like this, actually this side is, so okay, it is 100 volt. 100 volt means you must say this side is 101.5 volt. Means only the difference we can measure. You cannot measure this value or this value. Only the difference you can measure. So the potential, this is an imaginary value. You can give any value to that. This is also imaginary. You can give any value. But the difference you can measure. You can measure potential difference using voltmeter or potentiometer. What are they? Voltmeter or potentiometer. We will study about these 2 instruments in detail later. Okay. You can recollect. What is the use of this battery? We use battery for lighting up. Okay. For lighting up bulbs, we use it. And we said, no, this potential difference we can feel. If you touch the 2 ends together, there is not much of a feeling because 1.5 volt is a very small voltage. But if you take a car battery, connect its positive and negative together, you will see sparks coming out. Okay, you can feel it. And if you really want to feel the potential difference, you know, the potential difference providing potential difference is the business of KSEB. KSEB is providing potential difference in your house. So when somebody is getting shock in our house, what they are actually feeling is a potential difference. Got it? So I am back with the clean board. You know, this charged ball creates electric field in this direction. This is the direction of electric field. We calculate potential difference in another way. You are bringing a charge from A to B. The work done for that is the potential difference. So potential difference VAB is equal to, we calculated the way of work done. Okay, it is F dot S last year. This is equal to, now you are taking plus 1 coulomb charge from A to B. The force you needed is called the electric field. How much force is there on this charge here? That is the electric field intensity. If you can recollect the definition of electric field intensity. Now electric field is in that direction. You have to push in the opposite direction. So the force will be minus E. Why I am putting a minus sign there? Because it is opposite to E. Dot this distance, you imagine this distance to be DL. DL, a small distance, into DL, and F dot S, you know, is equal to Fs cos theta. How much is cos theta here? We are pushing it in this direction, the charge is also moving in this direction. So theta will be 0 and cos theta is 1. So I am not writing it there. And the potential difference between these two, that I am writing as dV. dV is taken as the potential difference. You know, there is a problem in this calculation. The problem is the electric field intensity at A and at B are actually different. Okay. But we considered the force to be the same from A to B. This can be correct only if dl is very small. That means A and B should not be this apart. They must be very close. Okay. Then the potential difference is also very small. So that's why I am writing dV here, a very small factor. Now I am writing E. You rewrite this equation for E. E is equal to minus dV by dl. Now this is a fantastic equation. Most important equation of this chapter, I must say. E is equal to minus dV by dl. Remember this. You have to study the meaning of this equation. dV by dl, this factor, what is it? In a small distance, consider this to be a small distance. In this small distance, there is a potential difference. Okay. In space, if some factor is, some quantity is changing, we say it has a gradient. So here potential is changing, so we say there is a potential gradient. What's that? Potential gradient. Last year we studied velocity gradient and temperature gradient. Like that, this year we have a potential gradient. So this equation actually tells you how potential difference and electric field are related. You can say electric field is the negative of potential gradient. Electric field is the negative of potential gradient. Now what is potential gradient? How it is related? This equation is still more interesting. You see this. dV, if dV is equal, you should write what is dV. dV is potential difference. Okay. dl is the small distance. It's the distance. If dV is 0, E is 0. What's that? If potential difference is 0, there is no electric field. Okay. If dV has a value, E has a value. That is, we are into the most interesting or the most important idea of this chapter. If dV has a value, E has a value. Means whenever there is a potential difference, electric field is created. Have you got that idea? That is, potential difference creates electric field. You know, when electric field is there, charge flow will be there. Charges will experience force and there will be charge flow. That is, potential difference creates electric field. And now you understand this also, the negative sign. Say this, from A to B if you are moving, potential is increasing. Electric field is in the opposite direction. Correct? That idea is explained in this negative sign. See, every aspect of a physics equation should be studied thoroughly and carefully. Here the negative sign shows that, you may write it and study carefully. The negative sign shows that electric field is in the opposite direction of the increasing direction of potential. So if potential increases this way, electric field is in the opposite direction. You just imagine this. In this classroom, just imagine I am standing here. If I am walking, just imagine I have a greater potential difference. Potential is progressively increasing as I am walking here. Means there is electric field. And what is the direction of electric field? This is the direction of the electric field. Electric field is in this direction. Have you got that idea? Okay. This idea should be very clear to you. Now, just imagine, as I am walking, if potential is increasing, electric field is in this direction. If potential is decreasing, electric field is in that direction. Okay. And what if there is no change in potential? No electric field. Have you got that idea? Okay. So you should study. Electric field is the negative of potential gradient. I can give you another example. Okay, this you should keep in mind. Okay. One day, just imagine, in your first flight trip, imagine you were near the door, seeing all the earth down there. When you are in a flight, you are around 3 to 4 kilometers above the earth. So just imagine this. This cannot happen like that. You are just standing near the door. You kept it open. You cannot do that, but still. Okay. You kept it open and you are just imagining, you are just seeing the earth from the top. Suddenly you slip out of the plane and you are falling down. Okay. There, don't worry. You are seeing the 11 kV line there. 11 kV line. 11 kV lines are very strong. 11 kV line. And this is 11 kV line means what? This is an 11 kV line means the potential difference between these two lines are 11,000. Means this is at 0 volt and this is at 11 kilovolt. Okay. So you are falling down. You start seeing this line and you can comfortably escape. Okay. You need not fall into the ground. What you can do is you can hang on this and escape. Now the question is how to hang on. How to hang on? Should you hang on both the lines and comfortably land, or should you have to land comfortably? How that should be? Should you hang in both the lines, or should you hang on one line, 0 line, or the 11 kV line? Which line to hang on, or should you hang on both the lines? How is that? Think of. Say this is the idea. If you hang on this line, okay, imagine you are hanging on this line. You are safe because there is no potential difference. There is no potential difference or potential. It's a 0 potential line. Now the question is, when you are falling from there, you don't know which line is the 0 line. Okay, earlier we said potential is an imagination and you cannot feel it. Means on this line also you are comfortable. Okay, safe. And what happens if you touch both the lines? If this is the way you are falling, you will be burned. You will be burned. Why? Because there is a potential difference. There will be electric field. That electric field will push positive charges in its direction, negative charge in its direction. That simple feeling of charge moving on your body is called a shock. Okay. So potential difference creates electric field. This potential at a higher potential, oh, you are safe. Both way you are safe. And you have seen birds comfortably sitting on power lines, no? They are all safe. But remember, see, some few years back there was a problem like this. In Malappuram district, in a bus stop, when the bus stopped, some line was snapped and fallen on the bus. Okay. It was the 230 volt line. How to escape? Is it dangerous? You studied in your previous chapter. Inside, when it falls on your bus, the inside of the bus will become a Faraday cage. You studied that. Okay. You are inside the bus. There is no electric field inside. The problem is the bus will be raised to a potential of 230 volt, or if it is an 11 kV lines, to 11,000 volt. The moment you step down into the ground, one leg is at a higher potential and the other leg is at 0 potential, there will be potential difference and you will get a shock. How to escape from that bus? Yes, you can jump out of the bus, then you will be safe. And there is one more thing. Suppose your car once collided into a power pole, okay, and the line fallen on the car. How to escape? you have to jump out of the car and take small steps. Small steps. Don't see one step here, the other step there. There will be step potential. What you have to do is one step here, you jump out like this, one step here, like that you have to walk. Okay, so important is the idea of potential difference. I hope you understood that. Okay, I am back with a clean board. Just imagine you have two copper plates. Okay, you are connecting them to a battery. Remember, battery can provide you potential difference. So you connect it here. It gives a potential difference V. Just imagine. Means this plate will be raised to a positive potential. Okay, and this will be raised to a negative potential. If this is equal to 1 volt, this will be at 0 volt and this plate will be at 1 volt. This is the thing. And if it is generally V, remember this. Just imagine you are leaving an electron at this point. One electron is left at that point. Its charge is E, or generally you can say it is Q. Remember, this electron, if you left it free there, what will happen? You can explain it in two ways. First way is, this negative plate will repel it, the positive plate will attract it. So what will happen is, this electron will move and hit this plate, okay, due to the attraction and repulsion process. The second way of explaining the same idea is, when you connect like this, you studied in our previous chapter, there will be an electric field in between. You can say that electric field will be from the positive plate to the negative plate. That electric field will push the electrons in its opposite direction. Okay, so the electric field is pushing these electrons and that electron is accelerated, increases its velocity, kinetic energy, etc., and hits the other plate. You can explain it in both the ways, but we explain it usually in terms of the electric field. So what we do is, if you keep an electron here, the electron will be accelerated by the electric field and hits the other plate. Simple. If you keep a proton here, that proton will be pushed by the electric field in its direction and hits the other plate. Okay. So if you simultaneously leave an electron here and a proton here, what happens? They move in the opposite direction, hits the other plate. Simple. Now the question is, I have an interesting question. Which electron or proton, which particle will hit the other plate first? It's an interesting question. Now see, this is how we answer that. When electric field is pushing, there is a potential difference, and that potential difference is creating the electric field. You see this, the work done for 1 coulomb charge is potential difference. Work done for 1 coulomb charge in this case is potential difference. If you have a charge Q, the work done will be VQ, because this is for 1 coulomb. If you have Q coulombs, this is the equation. So this equation you should write and study. How to study this physics equation? Write that. Work done W in moving a charge Q under a potential difference V is W is equal to VQ. Okay. And now we substitute this idea in this case. Okay. Here work done W is equal to, in this particular case we have taken 1 volt. So it is 1 into, the charge is, for electron and proton they carry the same charge, into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So this much of work is required for moving this electron to this plate or proton from this plate to the other plate. So the work done is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joules. This much work is required. Means if this much work is required, this much of energy will be there with electron and proton. So if in the exam, if they ask you with what energy it hits the other plate, this is the energy. And if you remember, this is a small amount of energy. This energy is called 1 electron volt, 1 eV, small amount of energy. This much of energy is called 1 eV, and it is used as a unit of small amount of energy. You know, I am standing here, light is falling on me. If you calculate the energy of that light, say red light or violet light, blue light, etc., the energy will be very small. It will have few EVs of energy. So in such cases, when energy is very small, this is the unit of energy we use. Okay, we will be using this in our future classes. So you should remember this. So this much of energy is called, so 1 EV is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joules. So this is 1 electron volt. So what is electron volt? Write that. Electron volt is the energy acquired by an electron or a proton when it moves under a potential difference of 1 volt. And you remember this. The electron hits this plate and proton hits this plate with the same energy. Which will hit first? Suppose I am leaving them simultaneously on the plates. Electron hits here, proton hits there. Which will hit first? That's important. Find out, okay? And which hits with the larger velocity? Again you have to find out. Don't worry, the answers are there in the description box for you to find out and enjoy that. Think about this. Today we have no homework for you. This is a very important idea we covered. We studied 3 ideas: potential and potential difference, how it is related to electric field, and what is electron volt. All these 3 ideas you have to study thoroughly and enjoy. This is the first class of second chapter. See you in the next class. Thank you.